Hello everyone, my name is Jacob and today I should be building a heavy load truck in Minecraft. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, this is basically a big tractor truck with a huge trailer designed to transport like big stuff that aren't supposed to be transported on the road basically. So what I'm talking about is like pieces of nuclear reactors, like big sailboats, I don't know, train locomotives, stuff like that. Um, so basically stuff that a normal tractor truck won't be able to pull, this thing can. And I've always thought that these things were really cool, and so today we are building one. Okay, so first of all I think we're gonna start with the actual truck, and then we're gonna move on to the trailer. So you can see that the truck has 8 wheels, so let's start with them and then we'll continue. So we're gonna start with the front ones. The front of the truck is basically just like my other trucks, just nothing special about that. So we're gonna go for this configuration of 2 wheels, 2 blocks apart. Then we're gonna move 3 blocks back from there and place down another couple of wheels, and then we're gonna go 1 block back, place some more wheels, and another block back, so the rear 3 pairs are only 1 block apart. We're gonna connect all of them with some slabs, so, and we're gonna put down a front bumper as well. We're gonna have a block there. Actually, we're gonna have some mud guards on top of every wheel, so let's place those down like so, and in the middle there as well. There you go. That is our floor plate. We're gonna continue with the actual cabin. So I think I'm gonna build it in a different color. Let's go for gray. That might look cool. So let's place down some red on the bottom. I'm gonna fill in the bottom row, and then on the second row we're gonna place down a couple of mud blocks. After that I'm gonna go for the gray, and the rest of the cabin is gonna be made out of that. So back wall, and so fill in the hole there, and that is our bottom part. Let's put a wall around the back as well, like so. So we have this sort of platform. We're gonna go for some glass on the front, so front and sides are gonna be glass, and the rear wall is gonna be sand, hardened clay. So here we have our base cabin. We are going to add a roof made out of stone slabs, just to make it a bit bigger and a bit more menacing looking. There we go. Now we need some iron bars on the front. We also need some lights. For that I'm gonna need the item frame, and I'm gonna need some glowstone. So there we go. So on the bottom we're gonna put down the fence, so it's a sort of a wool bar. And then on top we're gonna place down the item frames. Also we're gonna have a couple of lights on top there, and we're gonna replace a couple of these slabs with some glowstone blocks, and there we go, much better. So this is pretty much what we need to do for our truck. We're gonna have to extend the cabin here a bit. We're gonna just place down some more red hardened clay. I'm gonna build the exhaust pipes on the sides, so a couple of them, like so. We're gonna have this middle bit sort of brought up to make it a bit stronger. There you go. Also on the back here we're gonna place down a couple of stone slabs, stone stairs basically. So this is the mounting point for the trailer, and that's pretty much it for a truck. Now if you only want to build this truck, you can leave it here, but we're gonna continue with the trailer, which is gonna make it even nicer looking. So let's build this one out of gray blocks, because why the fuck not. And we're gonna just put them on top here. They're gonna be 4 blocks wide basically, like that. So the whole width of the truck. We're gonna extend it 1 row forward and another 2 there on the front, and then we're just gonna go rearwards from there. So we're gonna have, let's go another row. So this is basically 4 rows, or I should say 5 rows, and one is above the rear wheels, and then there's one to the right of that, and then you can start going down, so, and connect that with some stone slabs on top, just to make it a bit stronger looking. Okay, so once you've done that, you can continue by adding some more of these blocks. So we're gonna have a couple more here, so 3 in the middle there. On the sides we're gonna have stone slabs, so there we go, and underneath that we're gonna have some wheels connecting the whole thing. Actually we're gonna have to connect those wheels with stone slabs as well, so that might be a bit tricky because I've already put down the blocks, but that's fine. Apparently it's fine. So place down a couple of slabs, and do not connect these in the middle because, well, because it is a trailer, and it needs to have a different look than the truck. So these are basically the front 4 wheels of the trailer, and we're gonna continue now with the middle bit. This is where the cargo usually is if it's not that big, so it has to be very strong, and it has to connect all the wheels. So we're gonna go half a block lower, so there, and we're gonna extend the whole thing by like 10 blocks or so. We're gonna see. There we go. So that is 11 blocks in total. You can basically make it as long or as short as you want, just make sure that it looks right for your purposes, and it doesn't really matter. You could also, if you didn't like the front wheels here on the trailer, you could also leave those out and make the trailer a bit shorter. That could also work. Those kind of trucks also exist in the world. Anyway, I did actually forget to add the stone slabs on the bottom, like an idiot. Of course, we're gonna need those to support the whole weight of this, of any sort of cargo. So let's put those down alongside with the ones on top, and they sort of make this nice shape, this nice strong sort of base. Okay, so we have the middle bit, and for the rear bit we're just gonna do the same, well, sort of the same as we did on the front. So we're gonna add some slabs in the middle, just on the sides we're gonna have, sorry, some blocks. On the sides we're gonna have some slabs. That's what I wanted to say. So you have 7 blocks here. 4 wheels basically. There we go. So 4 on each side, 8 in total. And on the sides we're gonna put down some stone slabs. So these are basically mud guards for our wheels. There we go. And speaking of wheels, I've forgotten again to add some connection in between them. So I'm gonna try painstakingly to do it now, sort of like that. It would be much better if you actually, if you build this, when you place down the trailer, it would be much better if you place down the wheels first, so you don't have to do this kind of stuff. Anyway, so the rear pair of the wheels is going down. If I can reach that slab, there you go. Okay, and we're gonna fix that one. Okay, this is pretty much our trailer. We just have to make a sort of a ramp at the very back, so cargo can be loaded more easily onto the trailer. Now usually these kind of trailers have sort of a ramp that goes up or sort of folds into the bed, so they deploy the ramp and they can just drive the cargo right up. That is usually the case. We're just gonna make a little ramp, so it is much easier to load the trailer because it is gonna be a bit closer to the ground. So we're gonna do that by placing some slabs right here and 1 slab lower as well, like so. So we have this nice ramp. We're also gonna place down some brake lights. There we go, and that's pretty much it. So we can also actually add a couple of item frames to the front here. These are gonna serve as hubcaps for our front 2 pairs of wheels on the truck. And of course they just make it look a little bit different and make it a little bit more interesting. Also you can add a little sort of enclosed area on the front here if you want. I've done that on this one. That is just basically an area that I can use for storing stuff if it is not in use for carrying cargo. But I'm gonna leave that blank for this one. You can also do some other modifications, but I think that's pretty much it from my side. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also check out my other videos, and I will see you next time.